Okay, welcome back. We are on to turn 3. And here's the thing, I don't think this will go last much longer considering the entire American contingent that's left is all shaken. And we have these two squads that aren't, they're in a stream. And I'm going to say that a lot of this is probably due to the fact that I just did not set up very well. But I still want to finish it off so you guys can see how it goes. And then I'll give you guys some of my final thoughts on that one, on the game once we get it done. Now, I did check. It is time for the Germans to go. So we've got their cards here. We do have a rally and ready, and I think we're going to play that card. So we're going to rally and ready. We don't have anybody to ready, but we do have these guys to rally. So let's go ahead and try to rally these guys. Um, their morale is 5. So 2d6 is 4. So this guy is no longer shaken. And then this guy as well. 4 as well. Geez, these Germans are definitely pretty good at pulling those low cards. Now it is also a ready, so I can remove fatigue off of one. I'm going to go ahead and remove fatigue off of this unit right here. Let's see here. Oh, this is the wrong stack. There we go. And we have this leader here. He's not doing anything. He can either rally or ready, and they don't need to in that section. So with that, I will draw up, and we are on to the American activation right now. And the Americans, I don't like this because this is unit action. And I don't have any rallies, don't have any readies, or don't have any rallies. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this one time to actually discard my entire hand here. I'm going to discard the entire hand and draw 5 fresh cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, and we got some. Oh, we do have a rally card. Good. I can't use this turn or this activation, so we are going to have to go ahead and go back to the Germans and take a look here, find out what we've got. We have some moves. We have some rally. We have some attacks. So I think we're going to go ahead and attack. So we're going to go ahead and attack here. We're going to play this card, which is going to, I'm going to use this group to attack into here. And we're going to total. So we've got 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 5. So we've got here. So we got 5. And this isn't good. 5, 4, 5. So it's actually, because of the -1 here, that actually adds 1 to here. So that's actually 5 as well. So that's nothing. And so that's actually kind of nice because that'll add. Oh, crud. I can't do that. Yeah. These guys are not spotted. These guys are not spotted. I can't do that. So we're going to put that card back, and then we'll just slip those 2 cards in there. And then we're going to try to spot. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to spot here. let's see if we can spot this guy first. So spotting on I believe it's 1 to 3. It will spot it. Actually, 1 to 4 because of that. Just double checking on that one. Keep forgetting about the spotting. Gotta have the spotting on there. Well, usually when people do stuff, you actually automatically get spotted. So that's one of those things. Oh, that's a recon, which will work as a that. Let me check on something. Hold on. Okay, so it's 3 or less, um, and then honestly, that terrain does not. Um, it is degrading terrain actually. So yeah, so the stream is actually degrading terrain, which is pretty cool. So degrading terrain is a 1 to 3. So on a 1 to 3, he gets a 3. So he does spot it. So that is spotted. So that unit is spotted. So that's what I had to do first because they weren't spotted, and a lot of that's because of wigglers. Okay, so card 4 is in there. Now let's take a look here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rally, and I'm going to try to rally Lieutenant Gray. Actually, it's anybody in the sector, so we're going to try. So he's a 7 or less. 7 or less. And let's see here. Just checking shaken units. They're not fire assault or recon. Oh, they could move. Okay. They may cover. They may move, but not closer to an enemy. Okay. That should work out really well. Okay, good. Um, leader and blocking. Degrading terrain is 1. Okay, so that's 1. So I get a -1 on the die roll. So I need an 8 or less between these two cards. Ah, got a 4. So Lieutenant Gray isn't any longer. This infantry squad is a 6, 7, degrading, so 8 or less again. So that one stays shaken. And then finally, this other one is 10. So that's not any good. So Lieutenant Gray has been cleared. He can now, here's a cool thing. He can now actually, he's going to spend a unit or his action tour to try. And I have to, we're gonna discard this because that's like a spend action. So we're gonna try to do the units in here in this stack here, in this sector, because they're all in the stack. So we're gonna try this again. So he's 4 and 7. Yeah, so that one works because of the degrading train. And then 8, which I think I can still use that one, so that would work as well. So these guys did get done, so that's pretty cool. The leader is now spent, and that is actually, as we say, that is that. So I'll grab 2 more cards here, and that's the Americans activation. Let's get the German activation. Now we're going to try to fire on here. So we're going to use a fire card. We're going to try to fire on this squad here. So again, 4 plus 1 is a 5. And then that's a 5. Blocking terrain for that. So I'm pretty sure that equals out. And to double check just to make sure. So the defensive bonus for this one is a -1, so that would drop that to 4. So we have a 1 differential. So then we're going to pull 2 cards. Morale check. We're going to add 1 to this, which is a 4. It's under the morale, so he's okay. And yeah, so +1, that's 4. Yeah, this is even with the shaken morale, it's 5. So that's okay. That's good. That worked out. So now these guys have a fatigue of 1, and they are all set. And we're just going to draw up 1 here. Okay. So now we have the American turn. So we've got some good ones here because we have some spots, some spotting, and then some firing. So we're going to try that. We're going to do this first. Oh, and now since they fired, they are, oh, not shaken. They are spotted as well since they fired. So we're going to try to spot these guys and then fire. It'll be 1 to 3 if they're spotted. Ooh, it's a 1. So they are spotted. So that's cool. Oh, this guy gets to be put up right here. And these guys are going to fire here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 plus, oh, 7. So 7. So they got a 7. 3 plus 7. So we have a 7. And then this one has got a 2 added onto this. Oh, 5. So we have a differential of 2. So that's good. So we're going to add 2 to the morale checks for here. So we have a 7. So he is now going to be shaken because that's not 2 times. So we'd have to have 10. This is 7, 8, 9. So we were close. And then morale check for this Fallschirmjäger is a 7, 8, 9. So they're also shaken. So yep. Now these guys are spotted. They also get a fatigue of 1 as well. So that's really good. That makes me happy. It kind of slows them down. Oh, that goes with the Americans. Now back to the Germans here. I think what we're going to do, yeah, we're going to play this. This is going to be a melee. We're going to take this, and then we're going to melee into here and see what happens with this. This could be interesting. So they're going to melee into there at that point, and that's all the cards they can play because he's already. So yep, we're going to draw up again, and then we're going to play the Americans. And so this is what I'm looking at. Have a unit action. But this could move. So could this. Unfortunately, these guys cannot fire. But I'm not so worried about that. Thinking about just firing on these guys again. Let's just do that. So we're going to take this. We're going to fire on these guys again. So we will have a 3 plus, not that card, 1. So that's a 4. So we have a 2 plus, oh, it's a 3. So it's a 1 differential. So there's still a possibility. So, oh, that's not good. So this would be 12. So this guy is actually gone. So that was successful. So this guy is gone. Might have to get these guys moved up here. Now this guy is a 5 differential. That's a 6. So he's already shaken. So that means he will lose a. He will lose and stay shaken as well. These guys will now be fatigue 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy. He is going to ready 1, and he's going to basically drop one of these guys back to fatigue 1. I do need to discard a card for that. We're going to go ahead and put the recon card in. Discard that. Pull up 2. Move in recon. Interesting. Okay, now we're going to do our moves here. So these guys are going to move into here. So let's go ahead. We're going to go through this. We have to do this before we play any cards. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're going to start off for sure with 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let me get the modifiers here for the melee. All right, here we go. +1 for any shaken opponent, so he's going to get another 1. Okay. Yeah, so we're up to 6 here for the. Oh, I should put these up here. We are up to 6 for the Germans. Okay. No spent opponent. No AFV broke down. Defender modifiers. It is a degrading terrain, so we're going to get 1, 2. So that's 2. And we're going to get a 3 because we are in blocking terrain. And that's going to be it. Now we hit. Hits on 4s and 5s. 5s and 6s. Yeah. Okay. 4 plus is a hit. Time is to compare. 4 plus a hits. Okay. Okay. Yep. So 4 pluses hit. Okay. Hold on. 4 pluses, but these actually both get +1s. So it's actually 3 pluses hits. Yeah, 3 pluses hits on these. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this guy's gone for sure. But does he do any damage? He does 2 damage, actually. So that's pretty cool. And these guys are now fatigue 2. This guy is now gone. So this infantry squad. Oh, wait, he's not gone. He's just. Oh, not gone. He's just reduced. That's what it is. He's just reduced. But he's still shaken. And then he's going to have to move back here. And I have to draw a. Oh, that's actually a pretty good terrain. Now, well, these guys will move in here. Oh, right. Okay, so that melee overrun is done. Okay. So that's pretty good on that one. And we're going to go ahead. First of all, we're going to start with take this move, and that's going to go in there because this guy is actually going to turn here. He is going to drop this one down. We're going to indicate. Oh, no, so that's going to drop that one down. Then we're going to start moving these guys. I got these 2 guys. We're going to start moving them up because, yeah, these guys now can hit into there, which is crazy. Also can take out that one. This guy has a possibility of recovering. So we're going to play a move marker. And we are going to move. Let's go ahead. We're going to move this guy here. Okay, that's the end of the German turn, or German activation. We need 2 more cards. I thought this was going to go not the way it's going. Let's put it that way. Okay, now let's take a look here. So we do have a rally card. Okay, so this guy gets up there. So we have ready cards and we have unit actions. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a ready card. We're going to do the ready card. We're going to flip this over to 1, and then on an odd, this one will go up, down 2 as well. It is an even, so that does not work. Then we're going to take this guy, Lieutenant Gray, and then he is just going to take this one here, and this fatigue one, and then move it down for that one. Nope, I forgot to put those. Those were from the past ones. Okay. Oh, and I need to discard. So we're going to discard the move and recon. Get 2 more cards, and then we're good to go. Resolve movement. This guy is just going to move up here. Spotted. We'll take the movement away from there. He's going to go up to fatigue 2. This guy gets turned up, and now it is time to get going. I think, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to play the rally because I want to try. This guy takes another hit, he's gone. We're going to take the rally here, and we're going to try to rally this guy. He is shaken, so that's 5, 6. So 6 or less, he gets a 9, so he does not. This guy's going to go that way. And then we are also going to, I have to discard for that one. By the way, this guy cannot move back any farther. And so this guy is going to go down to a 1. Pretty simple, pretty easy on that one. 2 cards. Yep. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this and move the camera back so you guys can see a little bit more. Okay. So it's the Americans' turn. Let me turn this upright. These are all I got left. Let's see, what do my cards got? I got unit action after unit action after unit action, but no rallies. And I've already used discard my cards for 1. Well, what I think I'm going to do is I am going to, so we're going to play this unit action and ready. So this unit action, he is going to move over like that. This guy, and then the ready action is going to take this one, and that's all I can do for that one. I could have used this one, but that's okay. And then grab another card for the Americans. And then we're on to the Germans. No movement on this one. Lieutenant Ansich. Andersich. Okay, so we have 3 moves and an attack and a unit action. Let's see, what are our unit actions here? So he can only move. But I got move cards, and that's wins. I don't need to worry about that one. I feel like I need to use this fire card on here. But he's still shaking. He's not going to do any damage. These guys can do damage to this guy. This guy could be gone. So I think what we're going to do is, until we get a chance, we're going to go ahead and move. We're going to play a move action here. And then he's going to move back to the stone wall. He's shaken. He can move back to the stone wall. This leader can't do anything. So At that point, we're just going to draw up here. And we're going to go take a look at what we got here. Unit actions, move, and recon. Okay. First of all, we need to go ahead and move this guy right here. Take the turn 3 marker over here. And we are going to, I think I can clarify a lot of these. We get another stream. Dang it. Okay. And I can't refuse that one. So that sucks. Okay. But they are spotted because they moved, technically. So now let's take a look at our cards. Oh, when he's going to be definitely fatigued. Oh, that'll be fatigued too, though, because he got a fatigue going this way. Hmm. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him over again, which will cause him, when he moves, to move over. So we're going to play this. So he is going to move again over here. If he moves, that means he'll be spent. I'm okay with that. And it's a recon, so I can draw 2 cards. So literally clear is the only... because I can't refuse that one. I may draw for this one anyways. So, but I got to remember next beginning turn to place this, one of these 2 clear units, like right here. Okay. So that's moving there. And then that guy, they're fine there. So yeah, I want to get him far enough away, kind of prolong things. So we're going to go ahead and grab another card. I want to see if I can survive right now. Do some damage, but see if I can survive. Because now, okay, so this guy is going to go back to the stone wall. And that will be a fatigue for him. He is also spotted. Well, not anymore, really. Because it's nighttime, these spots don't happen. Because you can only spot adjacent. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to take these guys. We're going to fire on these guys here. So these Fallschirmjäger squads are going to fire on my infantry squads with Lieutenant Gray. They have a card, so they're going to play that. Yep, they're going to play that. So we're going to have 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 2 is a 6. So that's what. So we've got a 6 here. And so we have 2 plus 5 is a 7. It's a no shot. Yes. Woohoo! That works. That worked really well. These guys are going to flip. This guy's going to spend his. They're going to go back down to 1 because that was the one that was earned previously. We'll just qualify that. And then we'll take this move marker and we'll discard that. 2 more cards. And there we go. And let's see here. I want to make sure I get this right. Oh yeah, I've been good. I've been good with that. So, resolve terrain placement. Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw because it can't be any worse. No, it's a clear terrain, anyways. And then these guys will move and they'll be spent, which is fine with me. They're spent. And yeah, that's that. So now it's time for the Americans. And cool, we got a rally ready. So we are going to ready this guy. So how's that? How awesome is that? He moved over. Here's turn 3. We moved over. We can ready. Now I can rally. So this is a 6. Yeah, that's it. 6. Because I don't think you get a modifier when you're trying. I don't think there's a modifier for that one. Nope. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and ready. We're gonna know how to rally them. So it's a 6, and we got a 3. So these guys are now good. They can't be seen, but they are full. They're not full, but they're not shaken anymore, which is a good thing. And I need to draw up. We are getting low on cards, guys. That's a new marker I have not seen. That'll be interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at the Germans. What are the Germans going to do? Oh, this guy has to go here. They have fire and move cards basically in unit actions, and the unit actions I would want to do have to fire. Yeah, so we're just going to play the fire card. I'm going to play the fire card on this one. So again, we'll want 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 1 is a 5. So 2 plus 1 is a 3. So we've got a 2 modifier. So 6, 8, 10. So this guy is just shaken. Oh, I got to do the leader first. Leader does have, so that's 7. And that's an 8. So he is shaken, which means he can't help this guy. But this guy gets a 3, so he is okay. And then what do we got here? 10. He's a 6, so that's okay. 10 plus 2 is a 12. Oh, this guy is going to take. Is going to take 10 plus 2 is gonna. He is going to take a hit. He's going to become a half squad. And oh, so the fatigue 2 actually that would. So I'm going to play a little bit around with this because this is a 1 and a 2. Because if you're fatigued, you actually have no leader modifiers, -1. So this guy will be a 1. So we're going to go. It's going to be the same. It's 2, 3, 4. So either way, that works out. But in this case, now he goes up to 2, and he becomes spent. And he was effective. Don't get me wrong on that one. He was effective. Um, with that, he just was spent, so we can't use that one. So there we go. And then I think that's right. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But I think that's right. And then but this guy is going to spend 1 to bring that down back down to 1. I do need to discard. We'll discard a unit action. And I'm going to pull another card here. 1 and 2 cards. And that case, we are now finished with the turn. So, end of turn. Here we go. Check to see if action card has been exhausted. Yes, it has. Remove all spotted markers from all units XP. Exception to this are units that are in the midst of completing a move, assault, or melee action. They will be marked appropriately, and when they move or melee resolve during the upkeep phase, they'll retain any spotted markers occurred by the action. So this guy, oh, there's no spots there. No spots there. He's gone. He's gone. Any units that are spent are now readied. So this guy actually, that was a kind of a smart move for the Germans to do that. All units in play may reduce fatigue by 1 level. He goes down to 1, 2, that's 1, and that goes away. Any blaze markers? None. Update turn marker. So we are now on to turn 4. And we are still playing. I thought for sure this would be the end of this game, but as I see it here, that is not the case. We are still going, and the Americans can actually still do some damage and score some points. So it'll be interesting to see what happens the next turn. So hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm having a blast. By far means, if you have not gotten this or ordered this and you're thinking about it and this looks fun, it is a blast. It starts flowing really easily once you start playing cards and stuff. It really gets into flow. This turn was only 35 minutes, so there are a lot. It was a lot fewer. It took me less time. It's becoming easier and easier the more I play. Hopefully, I got everything I got right. If I didn't, please let me know. We'll keep playing, but it's always good for everybody to learn. With that, have a great day, and I'll see everybody later. Bye.